Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we are here with a skin for the new iPad Air. This one is by slickwraps.com, and as you can see here, this looks like a polished metal. What the slick wrap is, it's a front section and a back section. The back almost completely covers the rear of the device, except for the corners here, and it does leave holes for the headphone jack, the two microphones, the rear and the front, the camera, the on and off sleep button, the volume controls, and rocker. It also leaves holes on the front for the home button and at the bottom for the stereo speakers and the lightning connector. Let's take a look at what's included here when you get it in the box. So here we have it. Slick wraps, and says protect with style, the iPad Air wrap. Now on the back here says the same thing, protect with style, the iPad Air wrap, and here it does show the two sections of the wrap. Now what's unfortunate about this is the sections that it does show are for the old iPad. As you can see here, the bezels are a lot larger, and it only shows one cutout for the mono speaker that the iPad 4th generation and prior used to have. It now has a stereo speaker, so this cutout is not exactly what you're getting. But it does leave all the same cutouts that that this current one has. But if you look at this as it's sectioned off here, you don't get these rounded corners. You actually get little sections that will be folded over. That's why it leaves the corners open, which it doesn't seem to show on the back of the packaging. Let's take a look at what the contents inside will include. The iPad Air front wrap, the iPad Air back wrap, and anti-glare screen protector. And here, style protection, easy application and removal. Alright, it took me a few tries to get this on perfect, and even when on perfect, this does have a little bit of overlap. And I'm not going to say this is actually perfect, no. I tried to get the camera and the light sensor matched up perfectly, and it seems like I have a little bit of space here, which actually causes a lip on this side. And the rear, I tried to line up the microphone and the camera, and I came up with a tiny little gap here, if you can see, that again causes a little lip here. But what's most noticeable is that even though these are all lined up as best they can be, it does cause a lip on the bottom where some dirt and dust is actually getting caught in here. And it seems like that is the close to being, you know, as perfect an application as you can get, because you have to leave these microphone holes and camera holes open, and the product here is lined flat on the back of the device. So I think the size of this needs to be altered just a little bit. Now the problem that I came with the most was the screen protector. They call it a screen guard here, the anti-glare screen protector. And what I have here is the, let's see if I can find it, the screen guard itself. I have it here stuck on because when I tried to put this on over the device, it seems that this is off by a few millimeters. And the problem is, if you put this front skin on and then you put the screen protector on. Now I'm going to do this quickly, but you'll see what I mean. If you line this up perfectly in the corner here, you're going to see that there isn't going to be an overlap on the opposite side. Let's see if we can get this down and have this be in the corner as best we can. Okay, and try to just push this down. Okay, now you're seeing the problem here. This is sitting on top of the front skin, and that doesn't work out. So what you're forced to do is you have to put the screen guard on first, but then you're going to again come into some overlap where this is going to come on top of the screen. This has not been cut out properly, in my opinion. And there's nothing that indicates to put the guard on first or to put on the skin first. So that's something that they do have to improve, because unfortunately this doesn't fit properly. And then second, they have to tell you which one should be applied first. Another thing that I ran into that's a little bit concerning, it says easy application and removal. You do need a hair dryer because this material here is a little bit thicker than, let's say if you've ever tried Skin It, that's a thin materialed skin. This is thicker, and it does have texture, which I like, and I really love gripping this device with this on. It makes it a lot more grippy on the back here, and you can even hear the texture. And that's great, but when you apply it, it's a very stiff piece. So you do have to heat it up so that, I guess, the adhesive and the piece itself becomes more pliable. And then you can easily push this down. It does come with this here, and it does show, let's see if we can get this focused in. A hair dryer may be needed on some applications. Please see instructions before installing. So when you put it on, it does require a hair dryer, but when you take it off also, it's really hard. You have to heat it up first, but it's really hard to have this be taken off properly. It comes in with a lot of warping, and then again you have to have it heated, or else when you put it back on the wax paper that you're given, it'll just be kind of waving up front, and then dust and dirt can get underneath it, and then when you reapply it to the iPad, it won't help. So it's just a problem with this being a little bit too tough, and I think you have to put maybe a little bit too much work into actually applying this on here. But when it is on here, it is one of the best skins that I have ever used. It by far is greater than Skin, I believe it's Skin It, because it is actually, it makes the whole iPad grippier, and it gives it a total new look. You know, this looks like it is brushed metal. And as you can see here, you can see the Apple logo coming through after you apply this down flat. So all around, once you get this applied properly, it's a great skin. I do have problems with the screen guard and the size and the application of the skin itself. But once they get that down, I think this should be a good device. You can get this for around $26 on slickwraps.com. And yeah, I do like it. It's just hard to get it on there. All right, this has been Matt, and we've been taking a look at the iPad Air Wrap by slickwraps.com. Again, you can get this for $26. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time.